Alright, here we are again at Terminal 2, the Queens Terminal, departures level. And once again we're experiencing the exhaust fumes. It's Friday morning, about 8 a.m. I spent the night at the Holiday Inn Express located at Terminal 4 and just took the various transit systems over from Terminal 4 to Terminal 2. So let's go in and check in for our next flight to our next destination. No, we're not staying around London this time. We're not going into the city, we're just in transit. Terminal 2 is the big international terminal, and over in that direction is United, where I check in when I'm going back home. But we're not going back home, we're going over in this direction to find the other airline that we need to check into. And it's right over here. This is the airline we're checking into. Can you guess the, not that one, this one. Can you guess the destination? Not that one. This one. Okay, inserting my passport didn't work, so let's try the booking reference number. Got my baggage tag and my boarding pass. So let's drop off our bag. Alright, I just dropped my bag here, got my boarding pass, got my stuff organized, and I'm ready to go through security and get to the departures area in Terminal 2. So I'll turn the camera off here and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, on the other side of security. Let's see what our departure gate is.
Opóźnione będzie.
Oh, my 10:15 flight is delayed till 10:30. And the gate is not available yet.
On the 10:15.
This is the main departures hall for Terminal 2. I've been here many times before, and I've shown it on previous previous videos. But it's, relatively speaking, it's a pretty nice facility for hanging out as you're waiting for your flight, because they have a lot of restaurants and shops and other things to amuse yourself while you're waiting. It's about 8:35 a.m. My flight is at 10:15. It looks like possibly delayed until 10:30. I hope that's the only delay we're looking at. So I'm just going to hang out here and find my gate as soon as it's available on the departures board, and we'll go from there. All right, here at gate A26 for Warsaw. It's delayed until 10:40, but it doesn't look like it'll be much beyond that. Coast of the Netherlands. Somewhere over Poland. Well, we made it to Warsaw. While we're walking through the airport here, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing here in Poland. The immediate task is to collect our bags here and get some sort of transportation to the city center, where we have a room booked at the Westin Hotel. Tomorrow we'll be joining an organized tour group to spend the next week traveling through Poland and visiting some amazing towns and other places of interest. The tour will end up in Krakow, truly one of Europe's greatest cities. After I leave the tour, I'll begin some independent touring, heading south of Krakow into the Tatras Mountains and the resort town of Zakopane, where hopefully we'll get in a little light hiking and sightseeing. So I hope you'll continue to join me in these adventures. It should be fun. Okay, here's where we go through immigration and passport control. I think I should shut off the camera right now. I'll be right back. Okay, we're on the other side of passport control now. Got my passport stamped. Let's go grab our bag, go through customs, and get into the arrivals hall. Transfers and baggage claim to the left.
Szanowni Państwo, zwracamy się z uprzejmą prośbą o pozostawienie bagaży bez opieki medycznej w milczeniu. Pozostawiony bagaż zostanie wsunięty ze względów bezpieczeństwa. Dla Państwa bezpieczeństwa prosimy o zgłoszenie informacji o pozostawionym bagażu do Straży Ochrony Miejskiej. Pozostawienie bagaży bez opieki.
All right, my bag made it here. Now let's figure out how we're going to get to the city center. I'm thinking Uber, but let's check it out. Customs, well, you know the drill. Well, I guess that answers the question whether Uber works in Warsaw. I like it when you don't have to guess. Well, now we know where Uber picks up, but before we order one, I just want to check out the rest of the arrivals level to film it for another video that I will call Arrivals at Warsaw Airport, and also to check out whether they have a train or a tram that goes to the city center. Sometimes I like to take public transportation rather than Uber, just because it can be more interesting and film-worthy. Down at the far end of the arrivals level, we have the car rental offices and the McDonald's. Well, I just stopped by the tourist information counter, and I had, I guess you would call it, rather limited discussion with the lady there. A little bit of a language barrier, but also, well, I was trying to ask about whether there are trains or trams going to the city center, and apparently there are. But rather than her volunteering a lot of useful information, I felt kind of like I was pulling teeth. So there's that. The train station is not in this direction. Now we can just quickly check it out. All right, let's see if we can figure this out.
So it's one time? About one time? No, one time.
I was able to kind of figure out the ticket machine at the tram station and actually bought a ticket from it. But as you can see, I'm not sitting in a tram, I'm sitting in an Uber car. And that's because when I walked over to the tram platform area, there was no signage that was partly in English, and I wasn't 100% sure of what tram to get on, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that at the end of this travel day. Uber is just so easy. Made it to the Westin Hotel in central Warsaw. Let's have a look at the room. Okay, well, tomorrow we will begin our adventures through Poland. So be sure to join me on the next one. And as usual, if you're getting any value out of these videos, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.